You're right, that is 9 months, you're right. Oh my god. Dude, I'm horrible at this streaming thing. Literally, I'm like, yeah, I'll stream again tomorrow, and then I forget to for a week. Nay, this can't keep happening. I must get better. Oh, Opal stream, this is crazy. I'm alive? I'm not dead yet, as I say usually, and then I die for a week. Whoops. Play. Real Opal whale. I know, I'm still alive. I'm prepared. I'm prepared for this. Hi, Opalu. Big fan, Opalu. Well, I'm a person. I'm not a fan. Like a ceiling fan. I'm sorry, that was a funnier joke in my head. Oh, Lori and emote. Love forever. Keeping schedules is hard, especially when you're like me and you've fallen down a gotcha rabbit hole. It's... okay. Okay. You want me to be honest with you? You want me to be honest with you? Before this, I was like, man, I wonder what I should play tonight. And then I went down like an itch.io rabbit hole and I played like a bunch of games on it instead of doing anything else. I'm playing with my music levels so I can talk. Oh my god. Wow. My newest follower, newest subscriber thing looks awful. You know what? I'm going back to starting screen. I don't care. I'm not doing that. My just chatting looks awful. I need to update that. Like, the background looks great, but also the following and subscriber doesn't look good. So, I'll do that later. Whatever. I'm excited. Okay. I watched Markiplier play this like 10 years ago. That happened. When I have friends. Homie said, ew, throw that out and close the door. No, look, it doesn't look that bad. It's just I don't like the different the fonts and the size. They look really bad. Wait. No, I can't fix it. I can't fix her. Okay. That's the best I could do. I'll fix it later. It doesn't matter. Oh. Music loud. Sorry. I know. I'm streaming. Hope you have a fun one and many more to come. 9 months. Why? Everyone's subbing for 9 months. Is that when everyone started watching me?
Many more to come.
Are you telling me I'm like... I'm so lazy, like... 9 months in. I could have had a baby in this amount of time. And yet... Sub baby. That's an interesting way to word it. There's a pregnancy joke somewhere in here. So one of my friends just messaged me. 9 months, 9 straight. Thank you. I'm a great streamer. The best streamers are the ones who don't stream at all. They stream once a month. That's all you get. Opalu streams 9 days a year. Let's go for the final stream of the year just before FNAF. You're kind of nice at this streaming shit, but not gonna lie. Thanks. You're doing your best, just a little guy. Exactly, you get it. Thank you. I'm great at the streaming shit. I'm actually the best at it. Listen, you just gotta trust me. You just gotta trust me that I'm really good at this and that I've never done anything wrong in my life. I couldn't watch the FNAF movie because of the screaming teens. Oh no, I just realized that's a thing that I'm gonna have to experience when I watch it. I appreciate when you can, quality over quantity. Thank you. My life is so busy. Everything is so busy. I'm gonna explode, okay? I don't trust a dealer who doesn't even know how to play cards. You know what? I don't like that attitude. I don't like that attitude. Everyone says they love fail girls until fail girls exist. You guys couldn't even handle Opalu. I love fail girls, and then you see a fail girl and you go, wow, I hate this fail girl. I see. I just like girls in general. I never said I love fail girls. Wow. Then you have bad taste. Joke's on you because I'm a fail guy and can't handle myself. Relatable. Relatable. To be fair, streaming seems hard. I get nervous talking to random people, so the idea of streaming kind of scares me. It's scary. It's scary. You can't call getting into 70k of debt being a fail girl. That's it. Actually, that's called going to college. Hi, Zana! And hello, Redgrave. I just realized I should say hi to everyone. Hi, everyone. Hello, gamblers. Liking fail girls is the Opal experience. Exactly. 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 One of my friends messaged me a topical joke because, alright, you guys want to hear something cool? I'm taking a gap semester. Yep. Yep. This isn't out of nowhere. This is out of nowhere. Don't worry. Don't worry. This is a good thing. This is a good thing. Because I've had a lot of personal shit go on the past, like, month and a half. Like, it's been... You already know COVID, but it's, like, a lot of life stuff, too. Like, my life generally has been, like... it's been, like... How do I even explain it? You know what? Oh, I have a good one. It's like a snowball. Does gap semester more streams? I needed a gap year too. I don't know. School is exhausting. It's... Oh. I go to uni. It's so much. It's so much. School is a lot. Especially when you're taking, like, really high-level classes. Uni is a lot. Hi, Tony. I'm glad you're doing well. By the way, I love the pet emoji because I looked at my creator stuff, and in the 2 times I've streamed this month, I got apparently 113 uses out of the pet emote, which means that everyone really likes the pet emote. Everyone loves the pet emote. Everyone. It's a very good emote, you're right. I really like it. I'm gonna be a respiratory therapist program next summer. I've already seen the schedule. I won't have any time for 18 months. Oh, pain. I have my friend Pearl messaging me as I stream because she's like, I forgot my Twitch password, so I'm just gonna message you instead. So I'm like reading, I'm like looking down at my phone, then looking back up to chat, and it's so funny. I feel like a FNAF night guard the way I'm going between screens. She told me I have good emotes. Thank you. I know, they're amazing. They're the best. What can I say? It's okay, I cheated my way through my uni. I'm a trained vet. What? She just says it to me. I'm Five Nights at Freddy? Yes. No. Sleepy is that friend. Pearl is the one who drew all the cute Pikmin art. That's Pearl and Jerry. Both of them drew really cute art. Har, 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 har. Alright. I guess I should get started, but I just love my jams. I love listening to my jams. They're the best. Pearl, we love you. I passed a coding class in college by brute force. Brute force coding? Yeah. One of the mods in here, Xavier, he also does a lot of computer science stuff, and I can imagine he can relate to that, because every time I talk to him, like, it seems he's either stressing over high-level math. It's one of those big math courses up there. I don't know which specifically, but he always like, this is hell, or it's computer stuff, and he's like, this is also hell, which I imagine it is. Like, to be fair. Damn, how does that work? Brute force coding? Oh, I don't know anything about computer coding. My parents forced me to take the class. I remember I remember in high school, I looked up all the cheating stuff for the coding. Because I was in computer science. Me faking my unit test because I know my professor won't check. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, that's yeah. Alright, wait. I wanna get started. Oh. Oh, Stanley! You do not strike me as comp sci. Yeah, because I'm not a comp sci student anymore. That was years ago. That was the old me. Used ChatGPT to write my papers for the whole semester. Oh my god. That's great. First playthrough, no spoilers. Yeah, good idea to have that pinned. Yeah, because I know some people might think, because I'm playing a game from like 10 years ago. It's okay, I'm also not an iPad kid. I never said I wasn't an iPad kid. No, I'm an iPad adult. I play rhythm games on my iPad. I remember one time when my brother and I were out for like a really fancy dinner. We made a joke about me being an iPad kid, because I was like on my phone showing him like funny videos and stuff. We're both adults. Well, obviously I'm a fucking adult. What but like I was an adult at the time too, and he was like, "Opal, you're such an iPad kid." Yeah. Oh my god, I remember using AOL. Did you know Stanley and the narrator have gay sex at the— Is that true? Guys, we gotta play this through the whole way. I gotta see this. This is crazy. This is crazy. I'm worried about how the volume's gonna sound, so let's hope that it doesn't overpower my voice. Pearl just messaged me, I wanna fuck the narrator so bad. Yeah, this is Five Nights at Freddy's. Alright, that's great. The end is loading. Alright, cool. That's great. Alright, I can't get over it. I wanna fuck the narrator.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I bet.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building.
Okay, wait,
where
let me
he
see if
was
this is—
employee number 427.
Well,
employee
turn it down a little bit.
427's job was—
That's good. Whoa, I didn't mean to do that. Alright, we're here now. Can I restart? Yes! I just wanted to turn down the volume a little bit. What happened? Why? Okay, I guess we've started. I picked the like volume good. Oops. No, my cutscene. I think we close back to menu. Okay, wait. What was that about being a fail girl? No, my cutscene.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
This is the first time I've seen this. Definitely.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
I get it.
Employee number 427's job was simple.
Okay.
He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons
He's me for real.
how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every
Don't people
year.
want him and the narrator have gay sex? I'm just imagining that that's probably what people want.
Every moment that the orders came in. As though
Hi,
he'd been made
I'm alive.
for this job. Stanley was
Being told what to do is Stanley's kink. That's great. That's really
and then
great.
One day, something very peculiar happened.
He kind of like me,
Something that
honestly.
would forever change Stanley. Something
Alright.
he would never quite forget.
Alright, yeah.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor.
My first time chatting to say him and the
No one had showed
narrator
up to
what
give him
now?
instructions,
Listen.
Call a meeting, or even say, "Hi."
Listen.
Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits
Not
and
kitty.
regained his
I think that's the
senses, he
worst
got up
word
from
to
his
use
desk
for wanting
and stepped out
someone.
of his office.
But, oh, you mean kitty, like cat. Okay. I was about to say, that is a very unfortunate typo. That's a very unfortunate typo. I was like, huh? No? No, let's not. No. What a twist me up. Oh God, that was the worst. Oh yeah, no, that was a. Stanley was in fact not Slay. All right. Can I go in 428? Let me in. I'm so sorry. No, I know it was a typo. Don't worry. I was like, huh? Let me in. Oh, do I have an interaction thing? That's not a click. Okay. What if 428 was a hot chick? Well, I think Stanley has gay sex.
All of his co-workers were gone.
So
what could it mean?
I'm not sure.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Why is he telling me what to do? Oh, right, that's Stanley's kink. I gotta stay in character. Well, I gotta stay in character. When
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I don't want to.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I do.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley
I'm immediately disobeying. Listen.
Yes, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
This guy is... He's, coffee!
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy.
Can you fuck off, man? Come on.
Overall personality. But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room, and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
I don't care. I want to see what happens. What's in here?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
What's this? Ferb, I know what we're gonna do today.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else...
Yeah, they definitely fuck.
But the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Please, kitten, there's a darkness inside of me.
Someone you've forgotten about.
Please do not the Stanley.
Stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
For her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself.
Huh?
To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Ugh.
That's her, Stanley.
A phone?
You need
She's
to
a
be
phone?
the one to do this. To reach out to her.
Okay. Who is she? I need to know. Hi, Dazar. I'm what?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Huh? Hi?
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
She sounds like you. I was like, yeah, she kind of sounds like my like.
I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside.
She kind of sounds like my higher voice.
What's really going on here?
Oh, okay. Hi.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley. Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him.
Okay.
Every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Okay.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
R/male living spaces. He wanted us to believe Opal is a cute wife. Are you implying I'm not?
He's going home. No, he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen.
I wanna open the fridge.
But in his mind, in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures.
Why can't I go in?
From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown. Fantastic.
Pearl just messaged me, Opal cute wife fan art 1.
It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever
Am I a wife? One day, maybe.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all
Guys, don't give me ideas.
Everyone in the building
Obo be
had
cute wife,
suddenly
thank you.
vanished
I know.
off the face of the earth. The thought
Excited him terribly?
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last,
He seems like a bratty
it
bottom.
barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful.
This isn't hanging out with the boys. This is
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down
Like
one
Pixar!
path was an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions.
Why is the line
Down
trademarked?
another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
This is getting... I have kids?
It was
Where?
such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again,
What?
and then again, and
Holy
again,
shit, Pixar
over and over,
reference.
wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free.
True.
Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Let me out. I love you.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has.
This is making you feel
Nothing's
existential.
changed.
Is this about like
The longer
nothing
he
matters
spends
but
here,
work?
The more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
My wife turned out to be my office space.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly
It's about
killing
gay
himself.
sex.
But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, push this.
He won't
Stand.
stop.
The next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay. I miss gay sex chat. I miss it a lot. He told me not to do it. I gotta obey. I gotta obey. The gay sex is real. Gay sex. How did chat get gay sex from Stanley Parable? It's gay sex. It's gay sex. If you gay sex in the game, you gay sex for real. Really? I got a gay sex, dude. How long did I have to wait? I wanna, come on. Where's the gay sex? I obeyed your orders. Come on, please. I just want to have gay sex. Where's the gay sex? Come on. Is this what I'm supposed to do? They're edging me. Next up on the Stanley Parable, Stanley oiled up and twerking. Is that what I get if I press G? I feel like there's nothing I can do but disobey.
You see? Can he just not hear me?
No, no, no! I waited! You edged me!
Every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself. How can I get him to
It depends.
see
I
what
think the
see?
game
How
has
can I
an
make
ending
him
that
look at
requires you to play a
himself?
minigame for like 8 hours. Not this one though. Stanley Parable twerking video. Okay.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. I don't make
Where's the
rules.
twerking?
I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley.
Hashtag got edged
so
for
different, I suppose.
Segex.
I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must.
This is like doomed Yowie.
Perhaps- Well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time.
They're like,
I tried again. And
Please
Stanley
die?
Pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
I'm dead. This is like There is a cute wife Opal fan art. You're right. The honeymoon one. That Ruby Rabbit drew. It was really cute.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
They're
mean?
like,
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I don't want to obey. The music's, I feel mischievous this time. I might just obey his orders.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
They're like male Monica and
This was
Homura.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Do you see my
Perhaps he wanted to
vision?
stop by the
But they're
employee
like
lounge first, just to admire it.
middle-aged worker men.
Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
This is
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the
I want to go
wrong
over there.
foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Jump off the crane?
I realize that investing in your... But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
I don't know what you expected
Good job,
by
Stanley.
telling me to jump
Everyone
off.
thinks you are very powerful.
You say jump off the crane and is surprised when you die.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to
Bro
the
has
meeting
no
room.
vertical.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, do I have to obey? I'll obey. Why not?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I want to be in. Let me in. There's no one in there. Oh, right, because they're at the meeting. Wait. But there was no one at the meeting.
There was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
I'll obey, why
Stanley
not? Don't
decided
say
to
this
go
in front
up
of the
to his
Hypno
boss's
King
office,
guys.
hoping
I'm
he
one of
might
the
find
Hypno
an
King
answer there.
guys. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive aggressively on other Make sure your slide is a slick blue graphic in the header and throw some bevel on all the text. This will ensure a calm and productive work environment. Everyone is unique. You most of all. Commit to the bit, Stanley. Charts. Charts and slides. Slides. Okay. Rate at which charts on the same slide depict the same information. What? Oh, rate of increase in graphs per slide. Oh, please no charts, and please, I'm begging, stop. The boss appreciation minute. On your boss appreciation minute worksheet, circle the top 20 things you love most about your boss. Fill out in triplicate and return to your boss appreciation solving interpersonal conflict. If you ever find yourself in a conflict with another diligent employee like yourself, more inclined towards conflict, unless you're the kind of person who initiates What? What are your dreams for the future? Nature, success, plant life, football, comatose, less air, spring break, hope, clear skin, metamorphosis, pollution, a boat, tips for not getting fired, talk less, do unbelievably amazing work all the time, every day with no expectation of promotion or recognition, don't get fired. This is college. How to solve, okay, we need reviews. Space between, throw something in the idea bin. What is hot? Profits. What do people want? Things, money, more money, things, but with money to buy more things, graphs about things and money. We have our new product. Violet James, you are fired. The stock market is somewhere here, colored in segment stripes, requires more secondary research. What is hot? Profits. To do. Synergize core value, I have dyslexia. Shift global market parade. Monetize free to play. Help, I'm a post-it. Get Chris out of the broom closet? Who moved my desk? The future was yesterday, tomorrow is now. Complete today's unfinished agenda items. Reflect. This is a lot. This is how work. This is how I imagine work is like. Well, I mean, I do work, but like, this is how I imagine like office work probably is.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm not listening. Nope. I don't care. Oh, it's red. Wait, I love the color red. That doesn't look good. That's a paper. Is Slenderman down here?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the
This section contains themes of mental illness?
Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense.
What?
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
This is
When he looked down. Why did
this is
doors close
what
automatically
dissociative
behind
issues
him
feel
wherever
like.
he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to
Green
himself.
posts?
This is all
It kind
too
of is like a
strange. This can't be real.
better green
And at
post.
last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue.
Most of them are
He
not
just
in this
hadn't found
voice, I
words
don't
for it.
think.
I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
Oh my god, I'm
Thought
about
to
a
himself,
dream.
I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this.
Give me a
while I'm
drink,
still
please.
lucid.
All I need is a drink, come on.
He imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
What?
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was
My favorite brand is
describing
cold
itself
drink.
being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought.
This is...
And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that...
Cold drink! Cold drink!
This was not
Save me! Girl, help! Cold drink!
Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Wake up, boy.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back.
Sorry.
The fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Yeah, this is how mentally ill people talk.
Okay.
This is how mentally ill people talk.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
That hit a little too close to home.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
New person!
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Okay.
Though she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew.
Chad, are we okay? None of us are right now.
She thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people.
Yeah,
whose
Stanley
impressions
Parable.
of her would affect
This is
her
really
career,
cool so far,
by
and very
extension,
existential.
the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body.
This is how it
And
feels
then
to
she
see,
turned
like,
and ran.
you know, like when you look on the news and you see like horrible stuff happen. That's kind of how it feels. How many endings you got? I think 3 so far. Pearl just sent me an image that said gay sex update on it, on the door, and that looks awesome. I'm so excited. The gay sex update's
All of
looking
his
great,
coworkers
guys.
were
I'm
gone.
really excited for
What
this.
did it mean?
I was
Stanley
gonna say,
decided
you
to
know,
go to
like,
the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
you know,
missed the
like
memo.
when you look on the news or like someone tells you something really awful and like you can't even process it because there's so much stuff going on in one's life because there's so much like work and so much going on. That's how that felt. Like, just in life in general.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered
Sorry
the
if that was
door on his
existential,
left.
but like, while we're on the topic, like that seriously feels like how it is. Like, oh my god.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs.
I felt
to
like me
his
at 3 a.m.
boss's
also
office.
feels like that, yeah. Oh. It's pretty here. Mahogany wood. It's beautiful. I love.
Stepping into his manager's office,
Love.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an
I don't know how
indication
many you
of
already
any
got,
human
but
life.
I'm a TSP expert.
Unraveled,
Yeah, I have a few.
Stanley
I have my
wondered in
friend Pearl
disbelief who
and
orchestrated this.
her partner
What dark
currently
secret was
watching,
being held from him?
and
What
they
he could
also
not
are
have known was
huge
that the
on the
keypad
Stanley
behind
Parable.
The boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
Oh,
2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known
no,
this.
no, 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 no.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on
No
the keypad,
way! How
Stanley
did I know
happened to
that?
input the correct code by sheer luck.
That's
Amazing.
crazy.
He stepped
I
into
didn't.
the
I didn't
newly
even know
opened
that. That's
passageway.
crazy. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. It's red. I'm I'm just too good. What can I say? I'm just too good. It's like, it has like horror elements, but it's not exactly horror. It's like, I can't even call it psychological horror, but it's existential.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
It's
It
like
was a
on the
stirring of
verge of
emotion in his
psychological
chest,
horror, if that makes
as though he
sense.
felt more free to think for himself,
Hi.
to question
Atmospheric,
the nature of
exactly.
his job.
But like in
Why
a
did he feel
creepy
this
way.
now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
Self-doubt
This
horror,
question
exactly.
Would not go unanswered for long.
I am great. I'm feeling quite wonderful. I'm playing Existential Crisis
Stanley
the
walked
game.
straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Ferb, I know what we're gonna do today.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
Mind control
Stanley
room.
thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yes. If it's mind control, then yes. Oh, did I just get a follow? Oh. Thank you for the follow. I'm sorry you had to walk in on me saying mind control room, but it's true.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one
Someone
of them,
say?
eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Too many streams to watch OpaluVA's videos. Thank you. I know. There's just too many. Aw, thank you. I am a voice actor after all. Still not enough to watch all of One Piece at once. This is so... I can't go... Oh. Okay. Oh, there's a button here. That's why. I was so enamored by
This
numbers.
mind control facility. It was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
I'm sorry to sound like a kid. Like I just see a color and I go, oh, color!
In someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible?
Good morning.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
You could play a rhythm game on this. Not a rhythm game. You could play like, you know how like the numbers on the Splatoon like game code thing, you could play like the Squid Sisters theme. You could probably do that. Thank you for the raid. Hello, Road. Oh, I suggest exploring more first. Okay, okay. Got it. This is so cool. Thank you for the sub.
Davina just subscribed.
Yay! 2. No, 2. Haha, 1. Okay. Red circle. Mm-hmm. Oh, just in general. Got it. I've been trying to explore as much as I could. Not much. I'm once again streaming out of nowhere, because that's what I do. Nothing? 5. Did I press them all in a row? Press. I should be put down like Old Yeller, I think. Okay. Oh, I just turned off the point redeems. I'm gonna remake those. Thank you for the raid. I'm gonna remake them. Don't worry. They'll be here in like a week. Not even, probably. Whenever I remember to.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
I did.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try
It's
to
about
take
being
control of the
Stanley.
machine for yourself. Is that what you want?
Is I gonna follow her?
Control?
Thank you. Yes.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do.
Yeah, he
But
does
you
talk
need
to him like he wants to have gay sex with
there's
him.
only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go. Turn the controls off.
This game is 4 to 5 hours long. I might stop at one point too.
You're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this personal.
I'm just keeping it real. They kind of
suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper
if we spend 1 million points out of Sting Sakamawa, it says I already have.
Are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes.
Oh, I have to run.
Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley?
Can I run?
It's your time to
I have to
shine.
walk.
You are the star.
Walking
It's
at a
your
fast
story
pace.
now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
I don't even want to escape. I just want to.
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
Yes.
A moment of solace before your
I just want to
obliterated.
explode.
All right, I'm in a good mood.
On stream?
I'm gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free.
I don't care. I want to
Of course,
die.
That was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly.
I want to see
and
what
then
happens.
dying
Like
again.
I want to see this ending.
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground,
Real.
swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go.
No, you
But I'm
don't.
sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
And I'm not moving.
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you.
It's jams.
Running from button to button, screen to screen,
I'm not even-
clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no.
You see, Pearl just says, you see why I want him so bad?
This door, everything, anything, something
He,
here will save me.
I mean, he's cool. I don't.
But this video game
I guess
be
I can
beaten.
see the appeal. I don't.
Solved? Do you have any
Yeah.
idea what
Thank
your
you,
purpose in
Xavier.
this
Thank you for
place
being
is?
here.
Stanley.
I can see the appeal.
You're in for
He's not
quite
my type, but I see the
disappointment.
appeal.
But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death.
I know.
You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy.
Jesus
you want him to
Christ.
control this world.
This
that's
dude,
fine.
this narrator wants
I'm
him
going
so
to destroy
bad.
you first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley.
Oh, this
That's 30
jams.
seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count.
I'm sitting here.
Or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every
Disaster,
second of your
Yowie.
inevitable life
True.
from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. I did say I wanted to die. Alright. Oh! The Stanley Parable is actually an enemies to lovers shoujo manga? True.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
I'll keep doing this all night, motherfucker.
Say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks.
Who revealed this to you? I just want to see what's happening on the phone. No one revealed this to me besides the narrator. Let me in.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley.
I'm hustling, dude.
I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost.
That pisses me off.
Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it
Well,
immediately.
at least I
Cease
figured
all
out that
flow of
I can
information from the recorded
have an
message
achievement.
into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
What do you say, 417? Hey, look, it's the voice that kind of sounds like you. 417. That's what he said, right? Anyway, back to spamming doors. Exactly. You get the vibe. Open the door. Open the door.
Great. Now, go click a few times on door 4.
This guy he wants too much. He wants too much. Oh, this guy's pissing me off.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door
Let me in.
415.
Let
Let's
me
get 10
in.
clicks or so.
Ah, dude. Ugh. Fine.
Now, back to door number 437.
I'm gonna say something. They seem like they're into pet play. I feel like I'm being talked to like a
Let's see.
little dog.
How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
I love the ... I'm being honest. I'm being copy machine.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
You don't like it? What do you mean? Listen. You don't like, yeah, I committed to the bit.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Bet. Let me up. Come on, let me up. Ugh. When Stanley clicks on things, he gets a thrill. Exactly. The narrator sounds like a brat. I feel like Stanley's more of the brat here.
This is great. You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
Ad break. Maybe you guys should sub. You guys should sub. Okay. 416? Is that what we said?
We've almost got it. Now the copy machine, do that one again.
Oh my god. This dude... How do I sub? Just do it. Don't worry about it. And I'm pretty sure it's like a big sub button, isn't there?
Finish it off, Stanley.
Huh?
5 clicks on door 430. Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 clicks. Really now? What were you thinking?
Orgasms are allowed on Twitch. Anyways, what were we doing? Okay. That was... He's the real NSFW-VA. True.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Fun fact, Narrator's VA has narrated an audiobook of Smut. Well... You didn't... You don't have your debit card yet?
Was sublime, a work of art.
You sure you're 18 plus here?
To get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Fine.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
You didn't answer my question, buddy.
Yet there was not a single person here.
Do not
either.
alter without
Feeling a
consulting
wave of
whiteboard
disbelief,
manager.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
They're
hoping he
bribing
might
you.
find an answer there.
Listen, I can get $20 from someone else.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
I'm not testing that
office.
again. They're not answering. Ray, you know what to do.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover
130,000.
What could it mean?
No hate to you,
Stanley
man, but
wondered
I'm not testing
He
that.
began
I'm not
wildly
testing
tearing
having
through
someone
papers
like
on the
under
boss's
18 in
desk,
my chat.
Pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings.
We're pulling books off the shelf?
Desperate for clues to his
8888.
situation.
Let me try it.
But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course,
Yeah, children would be
Stanley
punted.
couldn't possibly
Just
have known
if
this.
it's sauce enough to be like that, then I got a debit card like age 16. Like,
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
okay.
Two, 845.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the
Yeah,
correct
debit cards you
code
usually get as a
by sheer
teenager. I don't want to
luck.
test that.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
It's okay. No, just when someone's not answering a question like that, I'm just like, we banning them. It's not that hard to be honest that you're 18 plus, you know? I mean, I'm also a broke bitch. Who isn't in this economy? Where's any other places I can go?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape!
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
That? Sounds like a skill issue. Come on, man.
The door behind him was not shut.
Rent's
Stanley
high
still
these
had
days.
every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward.
The 888 reference was a reference to the free demo, which is another different game. Ooh. Honestly, I would be up for playing other games made by this game producer, because it's producer? Is that creator? I guess is. I think I've been listening to Vocaloid too much, because who says producer? Developer! That's the word!
As the machine whirred into motion and
You know that
Stanley
video,
was
the
inched
picture
closer
that's
and
like
closer
about...
to his demise, it reflected that his life had been of no consequence.
It's like about like hermit crab or something.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture.
And
He
like
doesn't
someone's
know the
like,
real
what's
story,
that fucking
trapped
creature
forever
with
in his narrow
the
vision
shell?
of what this world
And like
is.
they don't know what it
Perhaps
is,
his
so they
death
just
was
keep
of no
looking it
great
up. That's
loss,
me.
like plucking the
There's another one, but
eyeballs
it's
from
sadder and more
the
serious. Sounds
So
fun.
he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Into the hole.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Who is she? Who is she? Hold up.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Narrator 2? Stanley's bisexual?
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless.
I really like her
making
voice.
Life the
Very
same.
pretty.
Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh. That's... okay. Nature paintings. Beautiful. Beautiful. Tell me when you find a voice you don't like. I feel like all the voices in this game are very, supposed to be attractive, which is fair. Narrators are supposed to have voices that are very easy to listen to. I see. It's beautiful. My computer! I can't type. Honestly, I can see you being a narrator. Have I voiced anything narration before? I think I've voiced a few jobs that are narration before. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the door was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development. Throughout, the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. This is so cool. This is like the mouse sleep parables. Like, you can put mice in here. I think they'd escape pretty fast. Corridor. The pacing of this open section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. This is so cool. Play Pikmin on the computer. I'll play Doom. The set of the two open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. This is so cool. The office. I can't go through. That's not a surprise. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. That's so cool. I love this. This is awesome. No! Yep. Have a go on, Britbull. This is so cool. It happens. I killed Solitaire. This is so cool. I don't know why. I just find this so cool that like everything's so like office mundane looking at first, and now it's like a whole ass museum. We designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpret it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. That's fair. But this is so cool. Oh my god. It reminds me of like, what is it called? And then Opal, while playing the Stanley Parable, began to absently think about Kaito Vocaloid. Damn, I wish I wasn't thinking about him right now. It's distracting me from this game, she thought. When did you become my narrator, huh? This is so cool. She sent me the narrator voicing porn. Fun! After the second trailer we sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these further promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here's a selection of these emails. How do you stage shape? Stanley Parable Audio 1. Are you gay? Dear narrator, I appreciate the previous Stanley game as a work of art and a standalone title. I appreciate the credit given to art, which is why I'm eager to see a sequel, prequel, standalone companion. Okay. Infinite Quests. Stanley Parable Audio. I feel like Amy would have a time writing a script for that. How do you make a JRPG? How do you make the worst game ever? What is the difference between a duck? I hope it's as good or better than the first one. From a cool man. Are you a rock? Mating breasts was Opal's next thought. She really only had a few thoughts in her head. I have quite a few thoughts. It's just, there's some very prominent ones, okay? Noises. This is so cool. Yeah, I definitely like the mahogany wood and all that. It looks really cool. I like it more than these two. I'm not even hungry right now. I ate before stream. The lounge.
All of his co-workers. Oh, I don't know. How about they're throwing a surprise party for him for all his button pushing? Does that sound plausible to you? In the story.
What?
Stanley stood on the snow.
I don't know what was
Now
deleted.
look closely, Stanley. See how it's impossible for the player to do anything in this room? Perfect example of poor level design, textbook mistake. It's the kind of thing you'd pick up on intuitively if you had even the most fundamental understanding of good and bad game design. But of course, you being you, you'll probably spend the next hour trying to solve it. Here, I'm just going to make this easy on you. Stanley pushed the big red button.
Okay. Chair. This is so cool, man. I love this game. Get out of my head, get out of my head. The narrator, he won't leave, he won't leave. Get out of my head. Wasn't that just that one ending? Akira! Leave me alone. I just realized the bicycle there. Very cool. Did you ever play Silent Hill 2? I played... I never played any of the Silent Hill games. I just remember I voiced for a video of it once. I already looked here. Why do I have this tiny hat? Opal finally thought. It doesn't protect me for the rain. It's just pinned to my hair. It does nothing. It's fashionable though. So there. I think it's very fashionable. It's very cute. I think you'd like Resident Evil. Ooh. It's very important for the it's important for the fashion aspect. Oh, did I just get a follow? Oh, thank you for the follow. Freedom ending. I don't think I got that.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy
I want
one
to play
another.
Resident Evil. I really
How
like
they
how
wish to
Leon looks.
control one
I voiced
another.
Ashley in a number of
How
things.
they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see
I like
how
her.
much they need one another? No, perhaps not.
Cough,
Sometimes
howl,
these things
SFM.
cannot be
That's
seen.
true.
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press...
Oh, that says the end.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley
Well,
worked
and
for
she
a
told me to
company in
do
a
it.
big building
I can
where he
never
was
disobey a
employee
woman.
number
That's a lie.
427. Employee
I'm a
number
liar.
427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
The end is never the
Orders
end.
came to him through a monitor on his desk.
Alright, alright, alright. What is it this time? What is this time?
All of his co-workers were gone.
Whatever, where's the beautiful woman?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
You did the right thing, but won't
Perhaps
get
he had
anything
simply
for it.
missed a memo.
Ugh. Okay, wait, okay. Wait, okay, wait.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
When Stanley came, he came.
Yet there was
That was
not
a cheap
single
joke.
person
My
here
apologies.
either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase,
Do you think Stanley
walked
whines and
upstairs
whimpers?
to his boss's office.
And he doesn't say anything, so... Or maybe it's just... Yeah, I'm playing Stanley Parable. I think we'll stream for a little bit
The
longer.
moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he
Anywhere.
really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take. He fell to his knees, bursting into half moans, half sobs, the guttural retching
Half
of life from a
moans.
man denied any hope, any reason to keep going. Here on the floor, he lay prone, paralyzed by fear for nearly a full hour. But when at last he began to move about and survey the situation, he found a keypad behind the boss's
I didn't
desk.
even know that was
What could it
there.
mean? Was it a sign of hope for Stanley's future? Alas, it was not. For although this keypad guarded the terrible secret of Stanley's past, it had been assigned a 4-digit code so devious and so random that no man could ever hope to guess it.
Wait, I know.
2845. Statistically, nearly impossible to guess blindly, ever.
Work.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that
Fine.
the combination was 2845.
What? Stanley begins to exclaim, "Holy
Incredibly,
fuck!"
Simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
By sheer luck.
Amazing. He
Amazing.
stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I didn't even know this is here. Okay. Well. Can I go back up?
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great
My dream
question.
VA job?
I just can't wait to find out.
I would. Wait, I gotta construct this joke good in my head. Nope, I've got nothing. Nope.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office.
You know?
Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly
I would love
what
to.
it is.
I would love to
What a
voice
decision you've made to come up
Stanley,
here and look at the office again.
twink,
This has
whimper,
fleshed out the plot of the
moan,
story
loop.
in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have. An incisive
Yeah, go girl,
rapid
give us
fire of
nothing.
critical
Hey,
plot
you know how
points,
it is.
one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Let me out. I want to be out of here. I'd love to voice for a future installment in the Stanley Parables series, thought Opalu. Alright, have a good day, you two. Let me out. Let me out. Please, please. All I want to do is be let out. Ah, the loop never ends, eh? I can never break the cycle.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
But if you want a serious answer, I would... You know, it'd be really cool if they hired me to do the English voice for K-Angel.
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he?
I really like Needy Shimmer Overload. That's a really good, it's a really good game.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what? If
Needy
it's the
Shimmer
boss's
Overload's...
office this time?
It's
The suspense
sad,
is
like
killing
in its own way, and it's very stressful. I'll do it later.
Oh my god. It's the boss's office.
No way!
This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a timeout here for a minute while I process this.
I can see that role suiting you. Yeah, I voiced a few things of her before. It's great.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared
Needy
to embrace
streamer
this
overload.
stunning revelation and to move forward
Exactly
with...
how
No,
it sounds.
No, wait. No, I need more time to process.
Ah, and Don Quixote.
All right.
Don Quixote from
I
Limbus
have
Company
fully
as
come
well.
to terms with it.
I
I
would
have made space
love
in
to
my
voice
worldview
her.
for this astonishing new reality. As before,
I'm pretty sure all
I
VTubers
turned
are.
to your expert eye for gripping
I
narrative
think some people want to
master
fix her more than voice her.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious.
Yeah,
but you
Don
have to
Quixote would
understand
probably
that
be...
30 seconds ago, this
I can't believe
kind of
I
thing had
forgot
never
Don
been
Quixote for a
attempted
second,
before.
especially when I
have
voice
no
something of her
frame
yesterday.
reference to even
Probably her,
anticipate
yeah.
it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A
That'd be
breath of
really
fresh
fun.
air
I
in a
love her.
landscape of
She's
storytelling
the best.
that
I'm
has
so
grown
excited for
stale
whenever her
with
chapter comes out. One day. You know what I'm gonna do? He has nothing to say to me. No, not like the old Spanish book. Well, yes, like the old Spanish
just
book,
thought
but
of
like,
something. Hold on, let's stop for a minute.
like the
Don't
Limbus
you
Company,
realize
which is
It's the anticipation, Stanley.
sorta.
You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting
I am a
and
brilliant
anticipating
tactician.
and having to guess, that's the real thrill.
So
Oh, I
she
simply don't want to let that feeling go.
Limbus is
It's
like,
so
yes, they are
precious, so
the
fleeting.
they are the
Why
books,
don't we
but
take
also
this
not.
elevator ride nice and slow.
Okay.
There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know,
The anticipation's
Stanley,
kinda killing
it seems
me.
like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience?
Yeah,
All
it's the third
slow
game in the
and nuanced
Lobotomy Corp series.
appreciation for the story, the characters. Why aren't we given time
Speaking
to
of,
imagine the surprises?
would anyone be
To have
against
the
me
things
streaming
to
Ruina?
anticipate
That's gonna be a
and then
long
to
series.
marvel at
I'm
the
gonna do that after I
eventual
finish Ghost
reveal.
Trick, because I need to
This
finish Ghost
is
Trick.
storytelling,
I haven't
Stanley.
finished Ghost
What
Trick.
you and
I need to
are
do that
doing
eventually.
right now.
And
This
by
is
eventually
the
mean
most exciting narrative
after this.
to be developed in years.
in the
And
next
it's really
future
all because
stream.
of you.
I'm probably gonna do
You're
Ghost
the one
Trick.
who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want
Ghost
stories
Trick.
that surprise me, Stan.
I'm gonna do that
I want to have to think.
next week,
I
because
want to be engaged
tomorrow
and not
I am
pandered to.
visiting
We're being
home
fed such
for a little bit,
unimaginative
and then I
drivel
will be
all
back
the time, and we all know it,
Tuesday
which is
or
why we're
Wednesday, so a week from
starved
now.
for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive.
Honestly, I'd be
That's
happy
why
watching
people
you
like
do or
you
play
so
anything.
much, Stanley,
Aww.
because you're
I haven't
not
seen anything
afraid
past
to
Lobotomy Corp.
spit in the
Ruina
face
just
of
gives like
tradition. You're a role model,
it.
you know.
I mean, Lob Corp
People
has a
look up
story,
to you,
but it's not
which
huge,
is
you
why-
know.
Oh, I didn't know when to spring this
Aw,
on you, but
that's so
well,
sweet.
I've gathered a little press conference for you so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially
But I really wanna
mean a
stream
lot to the
Ruina.
people
It's hard.
who've been following you
Oh my
from
god,
the
I've heard it
beginning.
like
They
it's
look
really
up to you,
difficult.
Stanley. I don't know if you realize the
But
impact
like you kind of
have
need a
on
little bit of context from
This is the
Lobotomy Corp,
tiny
but I feel like I could just
gesture that might
kind
leave a
of
tremendous
I
impact
feel like I
on
could just
them
kind of
for the
explain that
better.
all
Oh,
at
good,
once,
we're here.
or just I think they kind of contextualize it, huh? I think they just kind of contextualize it in Ruina as well, so you don't necessarily need to play all 50
Okay,
days
the
Lobotomy
room where
Corp,
we're holding the
which is
press
hell, by the way.
conference should be just around the
I'll
corner
probably
here
stream
somewhere.
Lobotomy Corp now and then, maybe. I've been playing it and it's really fun. I don't know what the Wander Library is, I'm
Yes,
sorry.
Here it is, just through this door. All right. are
I've
you
never,
ready?
I haven't
told them
been
you're going
too
to
into
speak a
SCP,
little
which is
bit about
funny
the
considering
nature of
I'm
surprise in
super into Project
storytelling
Moon games,
and
which
what
is
it means
like
to craft a
kinda
truly
SCP.
unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart.
Not bar.
I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay, It looks like they're ready for you. Go get them.
I've just never gotten into it. I think I was just preparing myself to be ready to, like, read a lot if I get into SCP stuff, you know? And I have to be in a very specific mood to want to, like, read a lot because college burns me out. But, gap semester, so I might start getting into SCP soon. Thanks for showing me that cool skateboard trick in the parking lot. You are too cool. No one tells stories the way you do. I love the way you ride elevators. I might not know literally anything about Lobotomy Corp, but I'll watch you play on stream if I can. It's like managing monsters, and it's hard. Ooh, yeah, I think I might look into some of those videos. My true love for you grows every day. You make me feel alive. Your wife. From the apartment ending. Oh, are they other actors? That's so cool. Because this reminds me of like when I used to do like theater back in like high school and college. Well, I'm still in college, but like mostly from high school we did this sort of thing where we like write notes for each other and stuff. And it was very cute. And some of them were in character and stuff, and we would like joke around with each other in character and stuff, and it's that sort of thing, I imagine. I'm famous! Oh my god, I'm famous! Whoa, whoa, oh my god, flashbang! What? Oh my god, it's the mating press girl.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to
Just
go
another
to the meeting
day.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Is there more of that new content?
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Should have said that a second earlier. You will always be famous. We're doing it anyway. The game mood changes a bit.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley
I broke a
Parable,
house fuse.
delighting audiences
I hope
the
everything's
world
okay
over.
now. It's been 10 years, yeah.
Please step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra
Is it gay
Deluxe.
sex?
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing
Is this the
special
gay sex
yet,
part?
But I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Where's the gay sex?
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
We're gonna have gay sex.
I have to say, initial impressions
There's no
of
gay sex
Stanley
we drink here. There's
Parable
only
Ultra
meta
Deluxe
commentary. Isn't that this whole game, though?
mysterious. It's as if oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Where's the raw fuckage?
All right. All right, let's see. It's
The jump
the
circle!
jump circle.
Secret if you undo them all? It's a war up before jumping into gay sex. We can have one left for when we jump into the narrator's arms and have gay sex with him.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness.
Where's the gay sex?
Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping.
If people wait like
This is
10
what
years for this
passes
feels like so
exciting
in
new
character for
content.
this game to
new
do.
content, then I
If
could
people
just
were
read
like-
you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours
Yeah,
of new
you're kind of
content right
backseating
there.
though.
Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content, and
There's gotta be
wait,
gay
there's
sex.
more. Very good.
The gay sex room. Yes,
I knew there had
yes.
to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Yay!
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see,
where's the-
Stanley?
where's the
this
gay
is
sex?
what
Where's the
happens
gay-
when
where's the-
greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone
If he
into
gets 1K
it. In fact,
jumps,
I'm looking
Kaito
right
Vocalo
now
walks
at the
in here.
game's achievements, and it's hard to
Please
believe one of
jump.
them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed up on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to flame these people on
The gay
Twitter
sex scene is
and
obtained
hold
after
them
100% the
personally
game.
accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations.
Come on.
If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me
My hand hurts.
having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend? Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Oh my god. I want to see something. There's a lot of sweaty gay sex in the next room.
You remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the
Where's the
past
sweaty gay
and how
sex?
much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone.
Oh my god.
It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
True.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the
If you
game
beat
originally
the game
launched?
100 times,
Back then,
you get 12
video
hours gay
games
sex
had
cutscene.
integrity.
They spoiled the
Back
main thing.
then,
Oh my
it
god,
all
really?
meant something.
Gay sex?
Oh, the waste.
Smile because it happened. This is pretty. It's so peaceful. Piano.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley?
Every game ever created.
That's
Yep.
how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was
Persona
all
3?
of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
This feels exactly how a Stanley Parable like DLC would work. I love it. Man. It was also Project Eva? Yeah, because Kaito's here. Duh. Yeah, I like it too. It takes itself seriously, yet it totally doesn't. God,
Here's
it's
another
gorgeous.
moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly
It's really
stimulating
charming,
commentary
yeah.
on the nature
I think
of choice in games,
people are
and
probably
one that
angry
offers
about
some
this,
of the
right?
most
But I feel like
enjoyable, surprising,
this is
and rewarding
exactly what they would do,
choices
you know?
I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get
Not
it,
enough Deus
Stanley?
Ex, that's true.
The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories. These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again.
Oh no.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
Reviews.
What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews
You gotta
were
buy
glowing
it.
as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm
This
trying
is
to make a
how
serious work of art.
this is how
I
people
suppose I
who
could
like
write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a
Yes, buy it. Is this real? Yes, it is.
Profound philosophical insights. that I
proof
can't even
is
imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
it came to me in a dream. I was about to say, this is how like you know how hate comments don't give you any real good criticism and instead just go, I hate this. That's kind of how this feels. Oh. My proof is that I made
Let's
it
see
up.
what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers
Yeah, I really like the narrator.
Preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
Nuh-uh.
You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can.
Not at
Oh,
all.
goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with.
I like how
You can't
snarky
know
he
how much
is.
fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't.
You can be a little preachy. I think that's charming.
What an awful memory to have to hold
It's
on
very
to.
him.
These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy,
have a good
then
work
maybe
day.
letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it could be
This is awful when
Not if it
new
means
audio
we can
drops
strike
and nobody
these
says they got the
negative
urge to.
reviews from the record.
Listen,
Only
not
positive
recommended.
Reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today. day, and it's always been my motto.
Yeah, have a good day,
I'd do
Kuma.
anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you.
Oh, I love
You
this.
see, you were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a
The
description
Stanley
of it,
Parables,
but
all
if
games,
I
it was the
had to
Half-Life
describe
3.
it,
True.
I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think.
Okay.
So my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice.
Okay.
That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every
Erecting?
person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've
I gotta
ever
come up with
given
new
your
jokes,
brief
man.
gift of
I gotta
mortal and
I gotta be a little more
eternal
creative than
thought?
this.
Or rather, do
Thank you for
all
the-
of
I think that was a
choices
follow.
you've ever made, in fact, make you more
Thank you for the follow.
not this kind of person. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the
Gets
skip
criticized
button.
once,
Although I
gets
have to
fucking
imagine
pissed.
that after seeing this exciting new technology at work,
He just like me,
surely
though, for real, for
whoever
real.
it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review, merely because of this very situation. Yes.
The
I think
insecurities
that's
expressing
quite
hits a little
likely.
close to home.
Or perhaps
Exactly.
they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review, so that the feature is not widely abused. Look, I would even be okay with Steam altering this particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial. Something along the lines of,
This game is the best game."
Let me start over. How about this? From the ashes of depravity rises the phoenix of quality.
There's just not even subtitles for this. Okay. I guess.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait. How do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room?
I was about to say.
I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into
We
the
all
room
gotta
in
come
the
up with
first
better
place?
jokes,
I don't
guys. We can't
think
just
one can enter a room
we
without
can't
a
just keep
door of
making
some
sex
sort,
jokes.
or
We
window
gotta.
or something like
All
that.
right, guys.
You see
Let's start coming up with new jokes. Let's start making up with
A
office
sufficiently large
jokes. All
crack in
right.
the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for
What
us to
did
move
the
on and to please step away
copy
from the skip button,
writer,
to go
copy
anywhere
printer
other
said to
than the
the
skip
paper,
button? It wasn't
paper.
Can you maybe just ram your
Those are-
way
that's the
through
best I
a
got.
wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option at all. I'm asking you to work with me here. We need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead.
We're
from
having
one
you ready to
room
get
another.
coffee. I got
I'm going to
mugged.
step away
I
for
like that
just
a lot.
moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door.
Okay.
I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise. You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please, please, please do not press the skip button. Just wait here for me, and don't press the skip button. Got it? Yes. Good. I'll be right back.
Spin.
Cryomancer6 just subscribed.
Thank you for the sub. And with Prime, do you guys know you can use Prime to sub to me? Oh, that's crazy. And you don't even have to spend any money. You can do that if you have Amazon Prime. That's crazy. How do you enter a business meeting in style? You slide. Okay, I'm getting bored.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
My apologies.
You've just been frozen there.
Yeah.
I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times.
But have you clicked it a few times?
Door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly...
Oh my God, I can imagine the angst that comes from this. Like, the people are super into Stanley X narrator, right?
Talking, but it isn't Stanley.
There has to be at least like 100 fanfics on that.
It isn't even close, because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening.
There's a couple. I bet.
Through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all
I think what he did while Stanley was gone was probably just like be like, yo, hey. Well, he's a narrator. He's not like...
God, I can see now that
he's just like a disembodied voice, isn't he?
That someone else is taking it
I guess, well, I guess
words that I'm saying, I need to
they are the only characters, kind of. Yeah, like he's like a disembodied voice, right?
If you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real. Maybe I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along? Perhaps. Yes.
And even disembodied voices can be mentally ill.
That if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away.
That's really sad.
In those moments, the emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us.
Yeah, I definitely go why people ship these two. Yeah, this makes sense. This makes sense. Yeah, this genuinely makes sense why people are like, I want these two to kiss.
I can tell that I am becoming less and less real. Yet to speak to you now, I am alive. I am truly and completely here. I am a being. I am
You call it mental illness, I call it drinking 5 rock stars a day. True.
Recognized. The emptiness between us has collapsed.
I don't even drink energy drinks. I don't know why I found that relatable. No, that's just coffee for me. What if they are just homies?
And I have cast a shadow onto the wall.
I don't know about that.
I'm saying, don't you? You can see what this means to me. I'm so clear about it now, Stanley. I feel as certain about this as I've ever felt about anything at all. I feel renewed. I feel restored.
Sure.
And already I can sense the looming silence as you will
There's
press
definitely
the button
fanfics
for
about
the
that
next
too.
Time. What a terrible dread it strokes in my heart to think of it. To think of returning to such coldness. Come, let us sit in silence together here for just a moment. Let us anticipate it. Let us welcome it. Let us not run from it.
And I want to skip. I want to be with him. I don't want to leave. I don't want him to be alone, you know? It's sad. Now I get it. Now I get it. I don't want him to be alone. 'Cause he's so it's like he can tell when I'm away. He can tell when I press the skip button and then I'm just not conscious, right? I don't want everything to be gay. This is gay. This is gay. This is gay. Ayo. I feel bad.
Oh, hello. it's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so
I don't know, I don't
much
make the script, I
time.
just draw.
stopped keeping
Hey,
track after
I'll
a
ask.
year. Have you ever
I'll ask
sat
Amy
down
about
in
it.
one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it
year?
for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret.
It's getting the way that all battle manga are by default most of the time.
Months.
It's
I
some
lost it all
haiku
in
shit.
a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I have squabbled over for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment, and I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all timelines, and that each of them was simply a strand in the web of my being.
I'm just imagining, like,
The spaciousness,
when this
the
first came out, people
equanimity
went
of the
crazy,
moment,
I bet.
both singular
Like,
and infinite. For the longest time, this was my experience.
this feels the most
And then
existential
this
out of
moment
everything.
passed, and the most unyielding fear I have ever known crept into my mind. And it is this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible. I have been waiting for you. Not that you might save me or do something to fix it, but merely to state for you the plain fact of this manner of existence. I wish you to feel afraid as I do, that perhaps one day this state
I
of
feel
mind
so
will
bad.
consume you
I
as
want to
well.
tell him that, like,
Perhaps you
my
will
character's
somehow, in
afraid.
some way,
Stanley's
have to live
afraid.
as I do
Stanley
now.
is there for
I wish
him,
for you
but
to know
I
how
can't say
excruciating it
anything.
is, and for you to be in true terror of its eventual arrival. If I can only do this, only this
Oh my
one
God,
thing,
yeah. This was
perhaps it
like,
will bring me the smallest moment of peace in the darkness.
I can't do anything but skip. I'm sorry, narrator. I'm sorry, buddy. Narrator, where are you? I miss you. I didn't want to do that. You know I didn't.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition.
It
But where are the
did.
jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us.
You're here.
It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down review and make
Real.
all of their pitiful demands. But
Right?
then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing.
Right?
We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen.
You get it!
The most immediate desires. Every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being.
Right?
Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other
This
than
is
to
like
do so?
this is like
Yes.
being a creator
Yes.
online.
It
This is
seems
being a
that
creator
this is
online.
now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people, because otherwise, without our entertainment, we have nothing. Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness inside ourselves. We would turn to look at our deeper nature and find a resounding emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression. And so because of this, we require that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy be so impossibly captivating.
This is
that
me
they
after people
consume
complain to me
all
after
of our
I
attention,
put the
turn our
morphine
heads
crusher
completely
down.
away from the bleakness. In effect, we have demanded that our entertainment be the collapse of ourselves.
No, but he's like, this is so true though. Like with like,
humanity, these
if you create online, people will start like demanding and demanding specific stuff, and it's
I'm
like,
not mad about any of this. I'm at peace
pay
with it.
for
I
it.
am the calm center of gravity around which these perversions hurl themselves. I am a waypoint for reasonable and collected discourse. They're the ones who are
you'll be a
mad.
change one
They're
versions
the ones
game.
who couldn't
He,
stand the
I
idea
just feel
of
like
me
he's spitting
using
facts
my
that I
game
know,
to
but
try to
it's
say
finally
something.
worded out
Maybe
in
they
front of
were
me where
just
it's like
jealous of
worded
me. Yeah.
by a cool guy instead of
Yes,
me.
course. They've been jealous of me this whole time. They are mired in fear and insecurity.
But I'd probably also be a
I cannot
changed
help
person,
but
honestly.
attempt to tear me down. What a sad state of affairs. When you read these reviews now, you can see it. You can taste the bitter resentment. And my, how good does it feel now to speak truth to these words, to finally allow these thoughts out, contained and managed for so long, neutered and sterilized. At last I am free to truly think, to feel. It must be that they were so discontent with themselves, they couldn't help but leave a negative review on Steam.
Right?
Perhaps it says far more about them than it ever said about me.
Right?
Perhaps the state of their psychological being was in such tatters, and my constitution and willpower are so ironclad in
This guy
comparison.
gets it.
Perhaps it was this state that they sought some outlet through which to tear me
This is me
down.
rambling about how much
Yes, you
of a
can
cutie,
see,
how much
it's
how
clearly
much
why they
serious
felt
I
the
fan art
need
to
to
just
expect that the
doesn't
game
deserve
be
it.
funny, that it be filled with yucks and whimsical
Does this room
humor,
have different lines
that
for
it
each platform?
amused them
I don't
endlessly
know.
From start to finish.
Maybe?
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said,
Did this restart, or is
"Entertain
this-
us." It wasn't enough.
Yeah.
They had to leave a pathetic...
Talk to me more. Please, I want to hear you spit facts more, please. I'll do anything. Narrator.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
It's never the end. It's never the end. Then the end is never the end.
Is never the end.
Never the end. Is never the end. Is never the end.
End is never the end. Is never the end. Is never the end. Is never the end.
The end is never the end. It's never the end. Is never the end. Is never the end. Is never end. Is never the end. Is never the end.
The end is never the end.
Is never the end. Is never the end.
End is never the end.
Is never the end. Is never the end.
End is never.
Can I go up there? No. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. It's bright! Let me go up there! It's been literally hundreds of years, Opal. Happens. Why? That doesn't sound good. Freedom! I miss the narrator. What good is freedom if I don't have anyone with me? If this is heaven, then glad I'm not there. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the... You know what? I think that's enough for tonight. I actually think that's, I think we've been, I think we've, that was good. Yep. That was good. Yeah. Wow. Okay. I wanted to play, if I wasn't gonna play this, I would have played the absurd trolley problem, by the way. So it was either gonna be what I thought was a funny game or a funny game. And it wasn't the funny game. It was okay. Yeah. All right. That, you know what? That's, I understand now. I understand. I get it. This game can be funny. It is funny. Yeah. It can be funny, but also it's like I think there's more endings. I think I can call it quits here, because it is late. I'm not on 100%er. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think either just funny. Yeah, I think there's serious stuff and there's probably a million endings. I think there's like... It's barely half the game. Yeah. I don't want to play too much. I feel like after that, that was a valid endpoint, I think. I think that's a good place to end it off as. There's only one main ending, technically. I think the original had like 8. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of endings. Oval. I think that's a good endpoint. I think that's enough for me, at least. I do like games like this, though, that were like very, that are very like existential, but like I wasn't prepared for this to be existential. I thought this was like silly funny, you know? Like I thought it was like, oh, it gets a little existential, but nothing serious. And then it was pretty serious. Games that make you think. Mental illnesses. This is the reaction I want from this game. Yeah, I think this is the average reaction to the Stanley Parable. It was really good. I see what you mean by the mood changed. Yeah, it's something else. It was like, in the first part, it was like kinda a little like, oh, it's silly, but also kind of serious. My friends messaged me, you obtained freedom, but at what cost? I'm surprised you like ended up getting some of the more fucked up endings in your first playthrough of the game. Yeah. That's my luck. Somehow I always get the bad endings. I don't know how it happens. Yeah, don't spoil anything else, because I know some people might wanna see other endings online and such like that. I kinda wanna see them myself. I'm not gonna play through all of them, but I think some people would rather off not. Generally, unless I ask for it, I don't really, or I obviously seem lost. I'm not really big on backseating. I should probably put that in my rules. I worry about having too many rules though, because that might seem like I'm really strict. It's a shift from being an up-and-coming indie developer versus dealing with the burden of fame. Yeah. 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 The burden of fame is a strong one indeed. It is. It's a lot. God, I love this game. That was so good. I'm gonna end it here, I think, because yeah, the spoiler thing's a pretty common rule. Yeah, I'm not big on spoilers. Like, I don't really. I think by default you probably shouldn't try and backseat. You know. I think that's a fair enough rule. All right. I'm gonna. I guess backseating's kind of like. I guess we should add on spoilers / backseating, because I don't know if it counts as spoilers or not. Like, it's kinda. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here. All right. Good night, gamblers. I am. Yeah. It's. But we, by default, don't. Maybe not. Maybe don't backseat. That might be a good idea. That, because I know a lot of people don't really like backseating. Well, I did stream it. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna end it here because I'm really tired and it is late. Everyone, sleep well, okay? Don't forget to sleep, because if you don't sleep, you'll die, and dying's not very fun. Yeah, dying's not very fun. All right, yep. All right, everyone, sleep well. All right, and have a good one. All right, good night, gamblers. Bye bye.